Hi there, I'm Taylor Riley, and welcome to my channel. If you are a high performer who is committed to conquering your prediabetes or type 2, then this is for you. You've built a successful career, you're driven, you're disciplined in all other areas of life, but when it comes to food cravings, if it feels like willpower just hasn't been enough for you, then here's the truth I want you to really understand. It's not your fault because cravings really aren't about willpower at all. They're about biology. And today I'm going to show you exactly how you can decode your cravings in a systematic way so that you can break free from that cycle of restriction, guilt, frustration, and finally reclaim your energy, your health, and your confidence once and for all. I'm Taylor Riley, founder of Green Roots Transformation. And as a board certified functional nutritionist, I help top performing professionals and active adventure seeking retirees just like you to finally conquer their diabetes diagnosis and step back into thriving health naturally, sustainably, and quickly. Because real transformation doesn't come from handfuls of pills or restrictive diet. It comes from personalized strategies built around your biology, your lifestyle, and your goals. Now, let's dive deep into cravings. Most people think cravings are about discipline and that if you're focused enough or strong enough or committed enough, you should be able to just push right past them, right? Sound familiar? And here's the truth. If you're fighting cravings with willpower, you're truly fighting the wrong battle. I see this all the time with my clients. High achievers who are doing everything their doctors tell them to get their health back on track, right? They're cutting carbs, they're fasting, they're getting extra steps in, they're walking, they're taking the supplements, right? And they're also trying to out discipline their hunger. They're white knuckling it through stress, through business dinners, through travel days. And maybe it works for a little while until the cravings come roaring back. And behavioral science shows us that the more we restrict and deprive ourselves, the larger the rebound for those foods that we're trying to restrict. So each time this happens, you feel more frustrated, more depleted, and even further from your goals. But like I said, the problem isn't you. The real problem is twofold. Firstly, insulin resistance itself worsens cravings. So even if you've just eaten, your body can still be starved at a cellular level. So your brain keeps sending the I'm hungry signals, okay? Secondly, most people don't know how to distinguish physical hunger from emotional cravings. Most of us aren't taught about that. So you end up in this deprivation rebound cycle that looks like restrict, whether it's restricting calories or restricting food groups or restricting time windows. Those cravings build, you give in, you feel guilty, and then repeat, restricting even more. Meanwhile, your blood sugar is worsening, your A1C keeps creeping up, and your energy is crashing while your confidence starts slipping away because what's wrong with me? Why can't I do this? So, what I want you to understand is cravings aren't the enemy, much to the contrary. They're very important signals of what your body actually needs. And when you learn to understand those signals and decode those cravings while both addressing the physiological issues of insulin resistance and the psychology around emotional eating, you can not only stop this downward spiral, but you're able to rebuild incredible health and have a lot of freedom around food again. So imagine this, right? Stable blood sugar, A1C in a healthy range, a body that is lean and strong and energized, and the confidence and clarity, not only in your own ability to take care of yourself, but that confidence and clarity in your ability to perform, whether it's in your career, showing up present in your relationships, really every area of your life. So that's what happens when you stop fighting cravings and start decoding them and giving your body what it needs. So how do we do it? To truly break free from this cycle, you have to understand how to meet your physical, mental, and emotional satiety needs. So, first, let's talk about physical satiety. This is about fueling your body with the right type of nutrients that it needs in a way that is actively resolving your insulin resistance and improving your insulin sensitivity. Because when your cells are finally able to absorb and utilize that energy properly, everything changes. Cravings fade into the background. Your blood sugar comes down into a steady, healthy range, and then the weight comes off effortlessly as your metabolism resets and that metabolic function restores. So imagine waking up each morning feeling energized, refreshed, those numbers in a healthy range, and just ready to take on the day without food controlling your thoughts anymore. I'll give you an example. One of my incredible clients went from battling really erratic blood sugars and all of the frustration that comes with that, right? Second guessing his eating, when to eat, what to eat, to getting his fasting glucose in a steady range in the 90s. Not only that, but he also dropped 22 pounds and totally transformed his energy levels. So today, he's able to serve even more clients at a high level, growing his business while still having plenty of stamina and energy in the bank to play basketball with his kids in the evening. Now, that's the type of freedom and vitality that comes from decoding your cravings and restoring your health. Next, let's talk about that second factor, mental satiety. This is the deep satisfaction that comes from understanding and really knowing that every bite of food that you're taking is aligned with your goals. No more confusion, no more one size fits all diets. High performers thrive on clarity and alignment. So, when you're fully confident that your food choices are building your health and no longer actively sabotaging it, you can stop second guessing yourself and having this constant mental energy around food. Now, finally, let's dive into emotional satiety. This is possibly the most overlooked transformative piece of the puzzle, especially in a world dominated by diet culture and rigid one size fits all diabetes management protocols. Emotional satiety happens when you stop labeling foods for yourself as good or bad. It's really about breaking free from the guilt and shame that come with eating some pizza or a scoop of ice cream. So when you truly understand your body's unique needs and how to fuel yourself in an intelligent way, you understand that there is space for the foods and the meals that you love most. And you can stop obsessing over rules and being good and bad and start living in alignment with your health goals because this is all about quality of life. You don't want to feel like you're on a diet forever. And when you get this right and truly understand this, it unlocks so much freedom for you. You're able to dine out and travel without fear and anxiety. You can enjoy your pizza nights or desserts without a shred of guilt, while also building consistency in your health because you're no longer trapped in that endless cycle of diet rules and rebellion. And I'll let you know a quick story about Janine, for example. She spent years stuck with the on again, off again diet cycle, constantly battling guilt and frustration, and truly just a lot of shame around her food choices. But once she learned how to make space for the foods that she loved and meet those emotional satiety needs while taking care of her mental and physical satiety, everything changed. She was able to enjoy her favorite meals again without guilt while also dropping her A1C to a 5.1 and releasing 18 pounds. So she's not just healthier, she's more confident overall in her ability to protect and maintain her health because she's at peace with food. She's able to go on vacation or meet her friends for dinner without stress. She feels confident in herself. And that's the kind of transformation that really changes not just your health, but your entire quality of life. So let's be clear. Cravings aren't weakness. They're signals about your deeper needs. And when you meet your physical, mental, and emotional satiety needs while restoring insulin sensitivity and healing at a metabolic level, and also addressing any emotional and rewiring any stress eating patterns, you unlock food freedom as you conquer your prediabetes and type 2 at the same time. And that's when your energy finally becomes steady, your weight finds its healthy set point, and you just feel truly confident and empowered again. That's when you're able to show up at your best, right? When you're feeling confident and empowered, not just in your health, but in your ability to perform in your career, the way that you're able to show up for your family, and all the other goals that matter to you. So if you're ready to stop guessing and white knuckling cravings with more discipline and willpower, and finally get your A1C into a healthy range while still enjoying your active full life, then it's time for you to have clarity. And that's exactly what we do in the 45-minute insulin resistance audits that I offer. In these free Zoom sessions, I'll help you identify the real root drivers of your insulin resistance and cravings and show you exactly where your current approach is sabotaging your energy and your progress. Most importantly, I'll map out for you the fastest path to conquering your diabetes and reclaiming health without having to worry about hours of meal prep or feeling like you're on a diet and giving up your favorite food. So go ahead and click the link in the description below and book in for your free audit today. Because once you learn how to decode cravings and meet all three levels of satiety, then transformation in your health isn't just possible, it's inevitable. I'm Taylor Riley, and I look forward to supporting you. See you soon.